The function of an independent custody volunteer is to act as a check and balance for the constabulary.
For me, it's a really worthwhile thing to do, checking that people are having their needs met.
You know you're fulfilling a very important duty in the legal process.
These places have to be secure but not secret, so their job is vital for the confidence in policing in the county.
Hiya, you okay? This is for you.
Hi there. We're independent custody visitors. We're nothing to do with the police. We don't know why you've been detained in custody today, but we come into the detention suite unannounced to check on the well-being of detainees. Would you be happy to answer some questions for us?
Yeah, that's fine.
I actually came across it purely by accident 10 years ago, and it was just one of those things I was quite interested in and thought, oh, that would be an interesting thing to do. My day job is working with some quite vulnerable people, so, you know, looking at that, I thought, you know, it's just an extension. The skills that I've actually got from my day job could be incorporated into this role.
I found that there wasn't anybody from the black and ethnic minority community, so I thought, let me put my application in, because I'm sure that the people who come through the custody suite would be from a wide range and backgrounds, and it would be good for somebody from another ethnic background to be as a custody visitor.
Waiting to go home.
The function of an independent custody volunteer is to act as a check and balance for the constabulary, to make sure that there are no untoward practices going on in custody, to make sure that detainees are treated with dignity and respect. Up until that point, a detainee has not been proven to have committed any offence. It's the initial arrest normally. So it's a very important role. What they do then feeds into the Police and Crime Commissioner, who can then hold the constabulary to account for anything that may either have gone wrong or actually to praise and promote best practice in a custody suite as well.
The independent custody visitors they're impartial and they help and assist us with our duty of care to our detainees. So we need to make sure that we're compliant with the law. We need to make sure that we look after their welfare, that people get meal breaks, that they have regular interviews. So when an ICV comes into the custody suite, they'll speak to the custody sergeant, they'll get an appraisee of our detainees, and then they have the choice to go and see whoever they wish to visit, and they do a series of welfare checks. The benefit to the constabulary is that we learn lessons, so we have a lot of practices and we have a lot of processes, but the independent custody visitors come in as independent eyes and ears. They're like a watchdog for us, so if they pick up on something where we may have just made a basic mistake, we can learn from that, and that's what it's all about. It's about learning lessons and keeping people safe whilst they're in custody.
When you came in, you were offered a phone call, but you said
It's very important to have ICVs, the public effectively coming in unannounced. They can talk to the people that are being detained to see how their welfare is, what's happening. They can talk to the officers who are detaining, just to make sure things are as they'd expect them to be. And we don't want these places to be secret. They have to be secure but not secret, so their job is vital for the confidence in policing in the county.
You do have to want to come and spend time in what can be a difficult environment. You have to agree to attend some panel meetings, which are about 4 a year. You have to have some training from the scheme managers, but we really just want people who are committed to making sure that our detainees are looked after. As long as you're 18 and over, you have to either live or work or have an interest in the county. But other than that, no, we have young students, we have retired people, we have people from all different walks and backgrounds. Some work full time and do this on top of their day jobs.
And we come to the detention suite unannounced. For me, it's a valuable thing. I feel it's a really worthwhile thing to do, checking that people are having their needs met, because we've got to remember that anybody in detention, they haven't been charged at this point. They come into detention and they are to be interviewed and questioned. So we have to remember that we need to ensure that all of their needs are being met and that their rights are being upheld.
I found that there's quite a lot of passion with the colleagues who do this role. There's the time, the commitment. You get that fulfillment as well, because you know you're fulfilling a very important duty in the legal process, in the legal system that we have in this country.
you.